Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Abide in your pure silence. Understand what this pure silence is. Understanding is not from the mind. It is the knowingness. Which is the source of the mind as well. This knowingness is the one which makes our life continue even when the mind is at sleep or the mind is somewhere else and things are still working in the right way. This awareness is the driving force. So many times it happens that we don't even know where our mind is, and we still accomplish a task without any flaw. You're driving your car, going from destination A to B, and whole trip you are thinking about something else, hardly any focus on the road. All the traffic rules are followed, everything goes fine. What power, what source does that? We do so many tasks in our life, day to day, in which we are not using the mind and the task goes spotless. I can tell you the yoga class which I was taking for many, many years. Not even thinking about what is the next posture, what needs to be done, anxious about the next step. It just flows. And we all do that. You can also call it's more mechanical, but it is not that mechanical. Yes, repetitive work makes it mechanical, so even without focus, you can do it. But still, there are so many aspects of it which can go wrong. Awareness takes care of everything. But we don't give any credit to awareness. We give all the credit to the mind, to our planning, thinking. We give all credit to the doership and don't even notice the non-doer in us, whose light, whose power is driving the whole cosmos, whole universe, not just this body. That awareness in us, that supreme reality, is our true self, is what we are. We all are the same pure awareness. Pay attention to the pure awareness. Seer of everything. This awareness is the sentient in us. Rest all is insentient. It is the powerhouse. It is the source. And this source is inexhaustible, eternal, always there. Even when this body will die, even the world finishes off, nothing is left. Awareness will still be there. We are this awareness. And we don't have to go anywhere else to find where this awareness is. All the mental modifications, happiness, sorrow, anxiety, stress, depression, they have nothing to do with awareness. They are all modifications of the mind. And not even for a fraction of a second we are mind. We know mind. What you know is not you. What you can't see in front of you is you. Awareness you can't see, you can be. Mind you can see, or you can get involved in mind. Like if a fight is happening on the street, you can watch the fight, you can watch the mind, you can watch your thoughts, and you can get involved in fight. You can be in the brawl, you can be in the mind. And when we are in a lot of anxiety or stress or emotions, we are inside the mind. We are deeply trapped in the mind. And when we do crime, we are completely mad in the mind. When we are in anger, in greed, in jealousy, in hate, we are completely trapped by the mind. Mind is not us. We are never the mind. How to mind your mind is to stay what you are. Awareness. We all can watch our thoughts and we all can practice to not get involved in any thoughts. If we keep an arm length from our thoughts and pay attention to the pure awareness, slowly and gradually, thoughts will have no control on us. And what is the best practice to pay attention to awareness? When you wake up, as soon as we wake up, even before we leave the bed, mind is in play. But you pay attention to the awareness. Sit and pay attention to the pure awareness. And the mind starts talking again. How the day will go, what you have to do next, how to plan. I'm not saying that you should not plan the day, but the day goes on its own way. The deliberate thoughts, what we pick up to plan things, does not cause that much of problem. Problem is the self-talk going in the mind all the time, which is garbage, useless. It only comes because of our desires, attachments. That has to go. State of desirelessness comes when you don't get involved in any type of thought. And when thoughts are trying to pull you, we give them the power of pulling ourselves out of awareness because of our desires and attachments. Otherwise, mind has no power of its own. When you feel unhappy about any situation in your life, try to question yourself, who is unhappy? Who is this entity in us which is restless? Even on path of spirituality, question yourself, who is on this path? Who is trying to know the self? Self always knows itself. Then who is in us who is doing all practices, meditation, self inquiry, self attention? Who is that? Ask him, who are you? Can you get any answer? Be vigilant. Stay as pure awareness. Pure witness. Watch from the standpoint of witnessing everything. You will realize the one who is looking to know the self will disappear, leaving only blankness, emptiness, nothingness. And this nothingness is full of joy, unending joy, contentment, peace, deep peace. It is so simple. Paying attention to the pure awareness, abiding in pure awareness, and whatever comes out, watch from pure awareness. Our attention from awareness will dissolve every other thing which it is not. Try to see yourself separate from the body-mind complex. Always remember that you are pure awareness, which is only using this body-mind to interact in this world, nothing else. And you have to take some care of this body mind, which happens on its own. Requirements of this body are already being taken care of before its birth. Body received parents, they took care of it. And then the body became old. And then other support systems came in place. Just like other birds, animals, plants, everything is being taken care by the Absolute. And the body has given a task to perform in this world, and it's doing it. So the care of the body and the task it has to do is already being decided. So you are free. You were always free. You are pure awareness, using the body mind but not the body mind. You can survive without the body mind. You are eternal. Body came in existence recently and will die soon. If you understand this, and you can abide as pure awareness, so when the body dies, you stay. But if you are ignorant fool, thinking you are body mind, and when death comes, you will die. Your wrong notion, your fake connection will make you suffer exactly like it is suffering coming from your attachment to the body mind. You have taken up a friendship which will only giving rise to pain and sorrow and will keep you in the cycle of birth and death. You are sentient and you have taken help from insentient. This is wrong association, wrong company. This friendship is doomed for failure. You can't survive. If you want to survive death, you have to leave the company which leads to death. Another important thing is that you have to die more than what death takes away. Death only takes away this body, and the mind goes with the jiva. And that is the reason why you get another birth, or you still exist as separate entity. But if you do mano nasha, you get rid of the seed of birth and death right now with detachment, then your vestigial mind is like a roasted seed. It's never ever going to give rise to next birth. And you are free from the cycles of birth and death. You are pure awareness. Only pay attention to the pure awareness. Leave aside all types of concepts. Know everything is just Death Valley. The world around you, the mind within you, this body. You have no connection with anything. You are eternal, uninvolved, untainted, formless, nameless, blissful, peaceful, full of love for everything. You are that supreme self. Abide in this self and be free forever. Don't touch this body. Don't touch the apple of mind. Don't bite this apple. Don't slip. Stay still in your own stillness. Once you know it, then whatever is happening around us doesn't matter. You can enjoy what the body is doing. You can be in samsara but not in samsara. But don't take as a mental concept and jump into samsara. You will get burnt. Make your own experiential knowledge. That sets you free. We are never part of this world. We are only visitors. All these gadgets, body, mind, ego, intellect, emotions, are all images. Nothing belongs to us. Nothing in this world can give us happiness. Happiness is our true nature. It is the substrata, it is the screen on which all the movies of this world are playing. We go out in this world for only one reason: to be happy. All our actions, good and bad, are to make us happy. Even the worst person in this world who is doing killings or criminal mind is also trying to achieve happiness. All these pursuits of happiness in the world are going to be a big failure, because not all our desires can be fulfilled. There is not even one single person in the world whose all desires could be met. And if one single unfulfilled desire is left, it leads to unhappiness. Even if you don't believe in abiding in awareness and wants to fulfill your desires, it is an impossible task. All pleasures leads to pain only. But the good news is, abiding in awareness is not impossible, though it can be difficult to start with. So if you have to choose between two things, impossible task and difficult task, which one would you choose? What your common sense says: impossible is impossible. It's just our habit of chasing this dragon, desire after desire, which only give rise to suffering. The other method is difficult but possible. To abide as pure awareness and be happy eternally, without desire, without action, whether you are a pauper, a beggar, poorest of poor, you can be the most happy person on this earth if you abide in your pure awareness. Desirelessness leads to perfect bliss. Bliss is our innate nature. Even if you don't desire any bliss, you can't help. Awareness means bliss only. Awareness means love only. You are pure awareness. Look in your own experience all your life, how your desires have given rise to troubles and suffering and attachment. Whether it is with a thing or a person, loss of a thing, loss of a person in whatever form has always caused unhappiness. Just think, if you have no attachment to anything, then how the loss of that thing or a person will cause unhappiness. In this waking dream world, everything is transient and changing. Attachment to transient and changing things can only lead to sorrow. Hook yourself to the eternal, to undecaying, ever fresh, always present. Go beyond your mind and have a deep dive in pure awareness. It is awareness. The word pure is used only to let you know that please don't add anything else to it, like your thoughts, feelings, emotions, ego, intellect, or anything from the world. If you add anything else to it, it becomes bondage. Break the knot between you and the body-mind complex. How can there be connection between mortal and immortal stuff, living and non-living? You are pure awareness, which is making this body-mind ticking and living. The moment you leave, the body is dead. You are the living in it. You are living in it. And because of your light, it looks alive. Body cannot live without you, but you can live without any body. Attachment to the body mind is an illusion. And to break this illusion, you have to do some sort of practice, which in reality is also an illusion. But what else can you do? It's a fake trap, but to get rid of the fake trap, you have to untrap again. Which we call practice. Easiest and best practices to understand these pointers from your heart. The intelligence in us is already there to understand it. Don't use your mind to understand it. Once free, always free. This long dream, once broken, broken forever. Who knows for how long we are having this dream? Millions and billions of years. In time span, it looks so long. But when you step out of that mind, you are there where you are always, without any time, always in the present moment. There is no past and future for awareness. How there can be any past or future for something which is always the same, always present, never changes? What is time for it? Time is only for the body-mind complex. You are timeless. We pay so much importance to the body, and we all know limitations of the body. Body needs food, clothing, shelter. Body suffers from diseases, pain. Even at the time of birth, it is a painful procedure. It needs nurture for first few years. Otherwise, it cannot sustain itself. And then body needs support in old age. Then it dies. But if you know that you don't need any food, you don't need any clothing, shelter, you are that energy which is self-effulgent, standing on its own support, and has no requirements at all, and is always happy. Do you still want to call yourself body? Or you want to stay as awareness, which has no beginning, no end? Let's say you don't agree with me. You want to be the body. You love your body. How long can you stay in this body? Tell me. 100 years, and then why to attach with something which is there only for 100 years while you are eternal? This attachment to the body, you have to pay very heavy price. Very heavy price. Though you are eternal, you have to die because of your wrong notion. Choice is yours. Abide as pure awareness and be free forever, or continue your attachment to the body and die. Who knows this? Who need to understand? Who will follow it? This is the most serious question in the world for each and every individual. But we all are running in this world like headless chickens, working at lower motor neuron level, not even giving it a thought for a day. I've seen people in their 90s, almost on their deathbed, and this question has never arisen in them. Why is that? Simply because their attachment to the body is so strong that they cannot question it. And these people say, live life king size. Life is only lived once. Do what you want to do. Enjoy. Understand the trap and get out of it. All what you need to get out of this trap is within you. And you don't have to do anything. Just paying attention to the pure awareness which you are. Once you realize and abide with practice and perseverance, soon all the practices will drop and you will be in your natural state all the time. Abide in your own pure silence. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.